Welcome back to another EV Hangout. I'm Mr. G. We're here at the Mr. G's workshop here in New Jersey, and we got a good show for you. A lot of new people in the house because we got a great new addition to the EV community over here, Jack Mason. Jack, why don't you say hi? Come on over here first. He is part of ElectroMotiv, and it's like a Facebook group that he's kind of organizing a lot of stuff. You want to explain it a little?
Sure, and a bunch of folks are from that group. ElectroMotiv is our attempt to build an EV builder guild, a group that can do EV builds together the way we're working on this here. And, the EV Hangout is a great way to actually bring this community to life. It's a good excuse for us to be together, and physically or virtually. And so that's the story.
Yeah, and this stuff's like super popular in California, and I've had the lucky journey, and I've been in California a lot, but home base is Jersey. So while I'm here, I want to spread the EV community and open up the shop to a lot of people. So I got classes on how to convert your car, but also we're going to do a very special thing coming up, partially on the advice of Johnny to go OEM recycling, and partially on the excitement from mainly actually the driving force is Jack Mason wants to take a Nissan Leaf, pull out the motor. This is not pioneering stuff, but it's great in New Jersey to do this. Not a lot of people do it. Pull out the motor and the battery and the inverter and the charger, and then run it on a bench. That was my idea. We're going to put it on a bench, and then we're going to put it in his car. What kind of car do you have?
1971 BMW 2002. And
what color is it?
It's a terrible color, and it needs
what is it, like orange?
No, it's like three different colors.
That's great.
Yeah,
that's great.
It's not like the patina you want, but it is patina.
Yeah.
And more importantly, tomorrow, Mike Montana is here with us. We're going to go pick up the wrecked Nissan Leaf that's going to be the donor for this.
Right.
So we got it at an auction this week, and
Jack's getting his Christmas present.
Yeah.
Open it up.
There you go.
It's a 2019. It has the 40 kilowatt hour battery, which we think will be good enough and fit in the small BMW 2002.
Cool.
And maybe get it about 120 miles of range.
How much did you win the auction for? How much?
It was $4,700, which is a pretty good price for, it had 25,000 miles. Obviously, there's some fees and transaction stuff on top of that. More importantly, I don't know if Chris is on, but I worked with Chris Kreisman, who is the one who really turned me on to the idea of doing this as the whole Leaf drivetrain, and his help was very significant in winning the auction. The other thing we're going to use is the Resolve controller, because the Resolve controller, if you use the entire Leaf drivetrain, the motor, the inverter, the battery, it all works together. But you have to use the Leaf battery.
Okay, so hold on. We're going to get into how and whatnot. But first, Jack, why don't you go on and introduce all these people that I've never seen before?
Well, I hope each of them will introduce themselves.
Right.
David, I'm so excited you're here because I know that you were one of the early members of our group, and tell us about your interest and where you're at. And
okay, well, I'm in upstate New York in the Catskills, where it's cold and we have 2 inches of snow on the ground. I want to convert a early 90s Mazda Miata to electric, and I'm thinking that the Leaf platform is probably a good place to start the way I'm thinking about it. Got the car for $600 with a blown motor. I mean, kind of can't beat that for a start, and that's my interest essentially. I also work in film and TV, so that new studio in Monmouth is interesting, but it's like a good hour and a half from where I live downstate. So I'll let my Jersey friends come in from Philly to work on that place, and I won't be there. But anyway,
cool.
Thank you, Netflix, for making more work. What's that?
What do you do in TV and film?
I build sets.
Oh, cool.
All right. So
Nice.
when I tell you what, when Happy Gilmore 2 comes out, which I'm sure you've all heard about if you're in Jersey.
No way. I
I
love
was
that.
on
yeah.
that.
In fact, he was in Milburn or whatever.
What? You have the
city.
hockey stick?
Oh my god!
I don't have
What?
the hockey stick. No, afraid not.
Johnny,
Put
what
up
do you-
No,
what
we
does
didn't
it
get
say?
any. What's that?
It's the actual. It's one of the actual piece hockey sticks from that movie.
Is that right?
No.
Yeah,
What is
my friend made them.
this?
You
What?
made them?
My friend made it for the movie.
Oh, is he in Local 52? That's cool.
I have
Nice.
no idea, but he made it for the first movie. Well, heck, when was that? 95 or something?
Yeah, it's like 20 years
the
ago.
The wind up baseball conversion swing.
That's very cool. Cool.
Oh
This
my
is
god, that's really funny.
Copy of it.
That's awesome. Nice. And I should mention we got two, well, I want to say special guests, but they're regulars, is Talik and Johnny Five. Talik is a co-host and he is EV entrepreneur extraordinaire. Basically, he covers all the EV stuff on YouTube and it's pretty amazing. And then Johnny is like, he's like, he basically takes ideas and makes them real with his hands within a short amount of time. He does everything from machining to programming to welding. It's like he's kind of like a hot rod shop. He's like a walking, talking hot rod shop, you know. So anyway, yeah. So he's all EVs and whatnot. And then also we have Ali in the house. This is the California crew that I'm just kind of introducing here. Ali's kind of like your super special as far as specialized. He knows a lot about what's happening with Tesla and as far as self-driving, and he's helped out with a lot of conversions. And Jack's just giving a tour of my messy shop right now. So the important part is the fridge, you know, obviously. Okay.
Expensive soda.
Yeah, there you go. I got big fans, so you can see. Okay, Jack, who else is on your new crew? Bring him in. And then I'm gonna introduce Tom in a second. Give it 1 second.
Did Jay rejoin? Jay, why don't you introduce yourself?
Oh, hit unmute. Sorry, that's a thing you got to do on your side. That's a Google Hangout thing. Oh, he left the meeting. We lost him. All right.
Oh, maybe he hit quit.
Yeah.
instead of join.
Let me introduce.
How about Roy?
Okay, Roy.
Okay, I am in Cincinnati, and I work on pianos. I tune and restore old pianos and such.
Oh, no kidding.
Yes. So, but I've had a couple Chevy Volts, and I drive a Nissan Leaf now, and so I spend a lot of time in the car driving to appointments. You know, so
Got it.
like a service guy.
But you're
And
really-
it's a 2019 SL Plus, and I just got it last summer.
Where did you learn
But
how to do the piano tuning and repair?
Well, I am a failed philosophy major, and
How does that even work?
well, you know,
Pretty well together.
You just- what does that even mean? You can still think about philosophy.
yeah.
He hit Nietzsche and then it was over.
All went dark.
Oh man.
So anyways, I have interest in I've thought about buying a wrecked Nissan Leaf, and so turning it into an EV in something. I have a 1948 Chevy truck that I need to restore. It was my grandfather's, but I might do that, but maybe not. I might pick something else.
You got to see what Johnny Five did with his 71 Luxie. Is that
Hilux.
Hilux.
Yeah.
Yeah.
72.
72. And it's got a DD on axle. It looks like a C clamp with a Tesla motor in between, and so it moves up and down. So it's a dead axle, which is kind of interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, what's this?
Oh, you guys had Top Golf?
What the?
Do it.
What is happening?
Oh, wait, he's Happy Gilmoreing it.
Oh,
Absolutely.
Oh my God, slap shot.
oh, is he gonna fall off the edge? Oh,
So we were
oh my God.
so at SEMA, we one of the nights, the first night we were out at SEMA, we went to Topgolf with the Revolt gang.
Oh
and
yeah.
when we were running out of time, it was like, just send it. And so we started doing sorry, it's still in slow-mo. We started doing just do the Happy Gilmore thing, and I whiffed it. I hit the ground my first top, but the second take was what I just showed you. I was surprised I even hit the ball.
Oh my God.
But, yeah,
I thought you were gonna fall off the side there.
Well, we were on ground level. That
Oh.
was ground level.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway.
Cool.
And Jay, now that we have you back, do you want to just chime in?
Yeah, sorry. When you hit the red phone, that's not unmute microphone button. So sorry about that.
All right.
Yeah, I'm Jay Taylor. I'm semi-retired. I retired from the Department of Defense and I work with the Navy. I've got a machine shop in my backyard. So I do a lot of Ellis conversion parts.
Okay.
I'd like to learn
That's
more
cool.
about the EV. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Um,
basically, it's like an engine swap, or
Yeah.
or drivetrain swap. But the
Right,
key to it is just don't tell the car what you're doing. Just shh. keep it chill.
Right.
Don't say
Yeah.
anything to the
Yeah.
car. It doesn't know the difference. It's all good. Just put some horsepower in there, So
Yeah.
all right, that's cool.
I did. I guess a year and a half ago, I picked up Ford F-150, the Power Boost, the hybrid, and that's got me. It's halfway there, So I just want to
I
learn
mean,
more.
go all the way.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't go BlackBerry halfway. Forget BlackBerry. You're only halfway there, man.
Right. Yep.
Yeah.
All right. So, hey, Ron, where are you? This is a new appearance of what's behind you.
Yeah. Okay,
Right,
so
I'll do a tour.
oh yeah, so this is the oh no, don't show that far. Just show here. Yeah.
You want to see some construction?
Oh yeah, well, I built like a whole thing here, and so like all my storage is up finally, and we got some space. We're gonna have like a little band area. We're gonna have like a podcast area. This is gonna be like a booth over here. Look, it looks terrible, but basically this is gonna be like the Chipotle booth area, and then out there is where we do the construction, little kitchen area. So it's gonna be like a good spot to hang with ideas and build stuff.
Yeah, the spot behind the camera where you can see is the stripper pole. I mean, that's
Yeah.
a cool place to hang out.
No, that's going in. Yeah. So this place used to be actually it was a Packard dealership. I guess in the 30s or 40s, and then it was a transmission shop for most of its time. And then over here in the last two bays where I am was a general repair. They would do anything that the transmission shop didn't want to do. And then so now we've got this 2-bay kind of spot, and it's real good for you can kind of walk around out there and everybody will see it. It's good.
Raised his hand.
Yeah, I know. I'm going to get to Tom. Yeah. So it's got a lift, and this is also where I teach welding. So I teach intro to welding and stick, MIG, and I do some TIG as well. And what it is that pays the bills. So then that pays the overhead. And then the rest of it is kind of like, if there's more money, then I use it to buy more equipment. And so my day job is I teach high school shop class. And this is my night and weekend job. So pretty cool. Tom Summers in California is raising his hand. Tell me something, Tom. Tom's the excitable Tom Summers. He has participated in many EV conversions. It's awesome. How you doing, Tom?
Hey, good evening, and hi, everybody. I was just going to tell Jay to the transmission doesn't care. The rest of the car, you might.
Right.
Yeah.
That's true. Right.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. So Tom
Anyway,
is
I was
yeah.
just playing with my icons here, and I thought the hand. I didn't realize the hand was. I was trying to talk to the hand, but the hand was not hearing it.
Don't talk to the hand. So yeah,
Yeah.
Tom's great. Tom's donated a bus to the kind of like this, like a electric vehicle learning center. It's a nonprofit out in California, and 2 summers ago we assembled that into an EV, and it's still on the road today with the help of Ali, and Johnny was probably in there at some point, and we got Talik as well, and so it's been real cool. All right.
And Kevin,
Oh yeah.
Kevin is actually babysitting the bus these days.
Yeah, Kevin's at Disneyland right now, and I think he's chasing around go-karts with his kids or something like that. You know.
Yeah.
So
Isn't Disneyland a disappointment with their ice cars in, what is that,
They
tomorrow?
converted them.
More like Frontierland.
They converted them to EVs.
oh no,
Yeah.
we got
Not yet.
They can.
not yet. We got a photo from today from Kevin saying that on the go-karts. I don't think they did it yet because he sent
they
it today.
didn't.
He's like, yeah,
They're
he says
supposed
it's
to.
terrible. Oh my God. Yeah. I mean, give me a break, So, okay. I mean, don't get me wrong though. It's fun, but if you got a bunch of kids and they're like close proximity, the fumes just goes right in your face, it's like ridiculous. Okay. So on tonight's agenda,
We also have Mike
oh my
Montana
God,
here.
Mike, Mike, show us the shirt.
Oh yeah, so I came dressed for the occasion.
Look at this.
Jack said dress appropriately, and it's got 1940s to 50s. Yeah, it's
Nice.
the amps that kills. It's cute.
But the voltage delivers. There you
Voltage
go.
delivers.
That's what I say.
Mike, to talk about your conversion.
So
yeah, what's going on?
I am 2 years into the 6-month project of converting a 70 MGB to EV. I got a leaf stack going into it. I got the motor integrated and the transmission integrated. I've been screwing around with electronics for like CAN bus and doing my own dashboard, and that was supposed to be a month, and I'm dragging that out to a year. But I've been a lot of sidetracks and like, oh, the floor's really rotted. What should I do about that? Should I learn how to weld? No, it's not going to happen. Should I plasma cut it out? Started that, like, no, I'm going to cut the frame. Shit. So fiberglass and sheet metal and so I was making a shit mess. But the car is for fun. The car is not for restoration. But hopefully within 3 or 4 months, I'll actually get it to go up and down the driveway a bit. And I'll be like, holy shit, finally.
There you go.
And you're using what controllers or?
The Thunderstruck ECU controller.
Oh, okay.
Yep, and that's all integrated. So it's really nice. You can turn a key and everything powers up. That's a happy thought. And spending a lot of time CAN bus hacking. So I'm looking forward to sharing ideas and insights and helping everybody out with CAN bus hacking.
And how about the collaboration that you did with Jay for your couple?
Oh man, Jay, this guy is a master with TIG welding. But he's also got he's very humble and he says, "Oh, I got like a machine shop in my garage." No, he's got several production level CNC, just some fantastic equipment that you would not believe somebody has in their backyard.
Thank you, Mike.
Nice.
Yeah, and so he invited me over to help me out, and he's like, "Okay, let's take these things," and he just, without even thinking about it, he's just putting together the clutch plates, and they got to weld it. And so while he's doing this, I'm looking at all the fantastic work he's done on what was that, a 46? What's that you had?
48
Ford.
48 Ford. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Well, I don't know
beautiful
which.
work.
Yeah, I gotta. That might be the 31. Yeah.
It might be the 31, but there you go.
Yeah.
Nice.
I don't know.
You
Yeah,
guys
I got a
some
few
good
of them.
resources. This is great.
And this is all Jack. Jack
Yeah.
has really been driving this. Jack's brought me into this.
Oh, I'll pull up the ElectroMotiv. Sure. But I think this is a great segue into a big topic for tonight, which is the topic for tonight is the Nissan Leaf as a drivetrain, and we're going to use that as a drivetrain for these conversions. It's a good option, and we're going to take a look at it. But how do you get it to work? Do you use do you use the Resolve VCU or do you use the Thunderstruck? What's the difference? And what do you got there? Johnny 5, tell us what's happening. I think he's putting something in the camera. We can't hear you.
Good again.
Huh?
Good again.
Oh, yeah, one of those.
Oh, there you
And
go.
there you go.
That's
Yep.
it. It just came
Just
in the mail.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, the Thunderstruck directions and printouts are really good. Their instructions are great. Their wiring diagram is wrong.
Oh, really?
Yes.
I got one to run before with it. What's wrong with it?
On one page, it talks about where the high voltage and the relay get wired, which one is grounded, which one is not. And in the second diagram, the more of a schematic is correct, but the illustration one is wrong. If you look at it closely, you see it, and when you're wiring it up, you realize, like, oh, this doesn't make sense. That's why it doesn't work.
This right here.
So that's
Wonder if
that's
there's a-
correct. In the if you print out the their thank you for buying this guide, they have a more of like an illustration, and that's wrong.
Huh.
I sent them an email. I didn't hear back.
Okay. Which one's that one?
It's a PD. It's one of the manuals. Let's see. It's the
Okay. Well, it doesn't matter, but okay. But so the question is, why get this over the Resolve? What are the pros and cons? Maybe we could go over that a little bit.
Well, I'll take the pros.
switch and you take.
Right. I'll take the pro because I've got a whole Nissan Leaf donor car, and I can use the battery and the full stack.
Mm-hmm.
The Resolve really is designed and only works if you have everything Leaf.
Okay.
So it basically boils down to, like, if you had other kinds of batteries,
I see.
you probably need Thunderstruck.
Okay.
If you don't have Leaf batteries, you can't really use the Resolve. The other part is that they are now offering a pre-wired wiring harness.
Uh-huh.
So for the pick and spin event that we're going to have to extract everything, we're going to have, basic plug and play. So once we get the motor stack, which is the inverter, the charger, and the motor all together, and the battery and the throttle, we basically can pretty much plug those things all together and give people an experience of reassembling the drivetrain out of the car.
And seeing it happen.
And
Yeah.
everybody goes through this process of, like, making sure they've got, like, a running system before they install it, right? So
I think it's important.
So we're kind of doing that, and it's building on your conversion workshop, which is the opposite, which is, here's the system, we'll
Put
get
it
it,
together.
put it together, then we're going to put it in the car.
Yeah, because it's a net gain system.
And
All
maybe
right.
you want to talk about what we did tonight
Sure.
in preparation for that next.
Let's get to Talik. He's got a question. Go for it.
So for those of us that weren't, we covered SEMA. We need to get this video out there, but we checked in on Formosa EV with Zach Huang, and he's got a whole VCU and app system all ready to go. I'm wondering, how compatible would that be with a Leaf system?
Yeah, and I'm curious about, does he have a time frame for when his VCU is going to be ready? Is it going to be for CES or something? Or
Ron, did we get an answer from him on that when we were out there?
I don't know. Isn't it ready now?
I thought so, because it was.
Coming soon.
But he was on the last EV Hang.
Yeah, we should ask him.
Yo-Yo is also, like, what he goes by.
No, YOLO.
Yo-Yo.
Really?
Yeah. YOLO is different.
But I like YOLO. That sounds better.
It's not so funny. Well, so okay.
Well, you remember, Ron,
Well-
you got that video in your photo album.
What is this supposed to run?
Oh, okay.
What's that supposed to run?
I don't know.
Hopefully a Tesla.
I think.
Hopefully-
Yeah, that'd be really cool. We got to get him back on here.
Yeah.
Text them now. Tell him to jump
Yeah.
on.
I don't have his number,
You
so
guys-
We're talking about.
I'll text them. Hold on.
Okay.
Okay.
just because we were talking about all these different VCUs and all that with the Leaf system, I was curious.
Well, I want to try and get all the. I would like to, have this place as a, test out all the different VCUs. I don't mind getting the Thunderstruck, and we can get all the stuff so that we kind of have, like, a comparison. It's not really a competition. It's just, I'm sure some are better than others in some scenarios. So pretty cool. I got the SEMA stuff here. Let's see.
It's the 5-minute video.
This is a pretty cool thing. Yeah. This was wild. I don't know how long it's going to take to load. Oh, here we go. This was Formosa right here.
That was the award.
Yeah.
It
was before that? Okay.
That's the
well, I'll go through it.
It's a 5. There it is, right there with the award.
Oh, perfect. Okay, here we go.
Zach,
right.
Mr. G.
Oh my God. The last time we hung out, well, it was Colorado, but before that, we worked on a bus together.
Yes.
It was a 5-week build, and man, I had this wiring diagram.
That horrendous experience. We realized, you know, there's a lot of computer guys that want to mess with cars too, but that Venn diagram is pretty small.
Yeah, like just to back up a sec, when you have a terminal, a putty terminal, it's literally like DOS. It's like typing
command line by line.
I can hear the typing as you go in.
No. It's 2024, Mr. G.
Yeah.
Everything should have a very nice, user-friendly UI UX, and
I need a window. I need an icon to pick up the window.
Well,
and an app.
If you want an app, we made one. We made one right here.
Perfect.
So this is as user-friendly as we could get it. This is our advanced VCU that's built on OEM grade hardware and firmware that's custom made for us.
Wow.
And on top, loaded for that we very user-friendly app that sets it up, configures it, and tunes.
Oh, really?
So check it out.
Okay.
You get all your parameters, and then
you can do the pedal.
You can do the pedal map. You can do dual motor and adjusted torque split.
Really?
And more features coming soon. We're here at SEMA to fine-tune all the last features. We want to make it into V1. And then I got
What about the battery management?
BMS is included here. Yeah. So we got your battery percent. It gives you your pack volts, and it monitors every single cell in our ready-made battery pack. We also support Orion, but if you don't want to build your own battery boxes, which is another pain in the butt, you can go with our system. So this is the smallest 400-volt pack that we offer. We call it the 8-pack. There's 8 modules.
Oh yeah.
There's mounting holes on the sides.
So yeah, we need to get a lot of details out of his motor, but I'm just curious how plug and play this can be with the different motors and batteries.
Does that work on? So am I crazy? That VCU works on anything?
It's what it sounded like. We got to get him back on to get more details.
We need some clarity. Where are you, Zach? All right, we'll get him back on here and he'll clarify what's going on. Okay, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, so there's a lot of people coming out with stuff like this. Okay, so we're gonna do this spin now. Johnny, are you doing a Nissan Leaf project coming up? Is that why you got the VCU?
I've had that for a little bit and a motor sitting here for a little bit, and I've been torn. I'm actually gonna start doing another project on my smart car. Me and Tolak just went and got batteries today for it, but I have a smart car that's bricked, and I was like, I was either gonna stick a Tesla motor in it or a Leaf. So one takes a lot more fabrication, and the other one's almost, bolt in. Well, not really, but I just mount the motor and get some axles made. So I don't know. I'm like 50-50 right now. I'm doing a Tesla motor or a Leaf, but the Leaf sounds sort of appealing right now.
Yeah. Also, yeah. So we, as he just said, we just got back from Jehu's today, up in Rancho Cooper.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah.
Nice.
So.
Yeah, we just got.
These are actually really cool batteries.
Yeah.
Check these out.
Yeah, and if you guys don't know, Jehu Garcia.
Oh, right.
He's up in Rancho Cucamonga.
Yeah.
And I probably said it wrong. And
these guys.
There you go. Yeah.
That's
how many volts is that?
Hours.
What?
2.
Yeah, 2.1 kilowatt hours. It'll dump 400 amps, and it's a 12S module. He's got a lot of stuff like this for
Whoa.
really cheap.
How much was that one module?
125.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Wow.
But wasn't he doing all this stuff for power walls and
Oh, yeah.
home power packs?
Yeah.
Whatever you want, whatever you put it in that. And as Ron talks about, this is the overlapping community with the off grid and the EV conversion
It's
community.
all kind of the same stuff.
Yeah.
And these are from a Jeep, from a hybrid Jeep.
Oh,
So
and do you like some of those hybrid batteries because they just have good power density or energy density?
They have to deliver, and they don't
Yeah.
carry.
power.
Yeah.
Yeah, they can
It's
dump.
the fact that they have to be a little.
Yeah. They oops. Yeah, Jag 35 big resource, and I think they ship all over. We had him. Jehu shipped over to. He shipped over to when I was in Illinois doing a project. No big deal. He also does these really interesting things with bus bars that are based on PCB boards.
Mm.
So they're it's basically the PCB material, but it carries the amps, and he makes them custom. You could do a whole thing with that. He's got all the bus bars. He's got and a lot of solutions. So the clips, the all the connectors, the BMS stuff like that. Everything you need to run or assemble. And this is kind of cool. Like you can also put this plate on there. No more running of the BMS wires. He's got traces on the PCB. Yeah.
So it's like the BMS wiring is built
It's
in.
done, man. It's done. It's huge.
Wow.
It's a huge advantage.
The dishes
Yeah.
are done, man.
Dude.
The dishes.
So the dish done.
All right. So to do this with the Leaf battery,
Yeah.
I have a 40 kilowatt pack.
Okay.
Chris Kreisman, who I don't think was able to join us, he's been instrumental in helping me land this one. But he's also been developing this approach of where he's going to extract, the EV systems, the drivetrains from Leafs, and basically sell them as the kind of kit.
Mm-hmm.
But he also believes that you need to try and preserve as much of the modular structure of the battery as possible, so you don't have to redo the BMS.
Oh yeah.
So we're basically going to try and use the backbench, big 20 kilowatt hour section for one pack,
Right.
and the other two. So in other words, don't disassemble the pack that much.
Well, I always tell people, Jack, you make a good point. If you are going to just try and stay as stock as possible.
Yeah.
And whatever you're doing. Only modify when needed, which you're
Yep.
gonna have to do. But you don't want to just change everything for shits and giggles.
And that's another point about why the Resolve. So with the Resolve, you're using the charger, the onboard charger, the DC to DC,
Yeah.
and the BMS, all native from the Leaf.
Right.
So
problem.
yeah, right.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
you're saving. At
Yeah,
least on-
you're just limited to that package, but that's a pretty good package, So
Get you rolling. It's a great package.
Yeah.
It's always up from there.
Totally. What do you guys? What kind of BMS are you guys going to use, Johnny?
A dilithium, most likely. I'm talking to a buddy right now. I'm hoping that I can talk to the stock BMS card that's on that thing with the dilithium, but I don't know yet. We're going to try and experiment. That way I don't have to buy satellites for it.
Nice. Right.
So,
Pretty cool. Okay. So so that was the main topic I wanted to cover tonight. But let's get an update from some other people. I'll introduce Doug. Oh, okay, we can do that in a second. I want to say hi to Doug for a second. How are you doing, Doug?
I'm doing good. I got my hands on an ELAF motor, hub motor.
Wait, are you in the Philippines right now?
I am not. I'm still in San Diego until looks like April or May now.
All right, Doug
my wife has some visa issues, so divorce issues. So we gotta hang around till April or
Don't
May.
worry,
Now.
that's TMI. Don't worry. This is just Doug's a old school EV guy, and he is headed for the Philippines, and he's going to bring a whole bunch of knowledge with him. His plan is to go over there and try and teach some of this stuff. So that's pretty cool. I thought maybe we get an update or something.
But Kevin fished out of a dumpster an ELAF hub motor that I'm hoping to put in my Sparrow.
Okay.
And I guess it needs an encoder. I'm not sure how to deal with all that, but
I
I'm
think
hoping
he got it to run, but he doesn't have the right controller for it. Not enough power, but he got it to spin.
Well, he made it. Yeah, I made a little video where he kicked it and made it go in the right direction, but it won't start in the right direction. So I'm hoping Michael, Michael at EV West does not like hub motors, but we had this discussion, and he thinks that it might be the right application in my Sparrow. So I'm hoping that Michael
Sparrow.
is
Yeah,
willing
it
to
may
help
kind
me
of
get
make
this.
sense.
Yeah, I mean single wheel drive, rear wheel, right? So that's on my horizon here. That's what's going on. So
Okay,
we'll see
that's
when
cool.
Michael comes back on the 6th. He's in Mexico right now, but I'm very excited. You know, I've been wanting to get an AC 3-phase AC motor for the rear of this thing, and but it's finally come to fruition. So
Nice.
I've been
nice.
It came from the Aptera. I know Chris, and apparently he, you know, when they abandoned the ELAF motor, Kevin fished it out of a dumpster. So
wow, nice. I just wanted to show you guys. Just jumping back to Jack Mason for a sec. This is the ElectroMotiv EV Builder Guide, a guild in New Jersey, and always posting photos and sharing info and stuff, and pretty cool stuff, and helping me out, and it's been pretty good. So
and the core idea is that if we can learn to do EV builds cooperatively, that could be a big factor to drive down the cost, because you're leveraging, kind of, community labor, but you're also enabling people to get more skill and experience of doing this. So one hand kind of washes the other. And that's why we call it a guild, because this is about developing both the skills and the capabilities of a new kind of trade craft, or,
and success builds success in your farming success.
Rising tide. That's what I always say.
Right. And that's why this is such a great hookup too, because your leadership in not just like the, teaching people to weld, but in the EV stuff for a long time, that's like the gravity that attracts other people. And I think being together like this, and then being able to actually do and work on builds together, that's the secret sauce.
Cool. Yeah. I'm like, I want to be the shop teacher of this situation. This is kind of what I do, So let's see what else we're going to cover tonight. We got someone else we want to introduce.
Yeah. Anil, did you want to say hello?
Yeah, sure. Hold on, just let me get my camera set up. Hey guys, I'm Anil. So what got me into this whole EV guild is I've got a 1989 BMW 325iX, and well, it's just started misfiring again, and it's running rich. And well, after that, I'm like, maybe an EV would be like the maybe I should just convert this thing to EV, because I drove my friend's Tesla, and I used to be like a Tesla hater. But then I drove his Tesla. I'm like, wow, this drives so smoothly, and it accelerates really well too. So that's kind of what got me into EVs. And yeah, I found this guild, I think, through the O2 FAQ. So I've been mainly just a lurker on the guild, and I think I've maybe commented on one or two of Jack's posts. Right now I've been dealing with some other things outside of the whole outside of the whole guild, but I'm still in like the very early stages, and just doing the research. I honestly don't think I'll get like a working EV until, I don't know, solid state batteries come out. Because right now that's one of the things I'm waiting for, because I think because right now the whole conversion industry to me looks very plug and play. Oh, by the way, I'm in New Jersey. I'm in Kendall Park.
Where's that?
That's between Princeton and New Brunswick.
Oh, okay. I got you.
So
Well,
it's
you got to
literally-
come up. We're also going to have a wrap party for the next EV conversion workshop.
Yeah.
That's going to be on
It's
Saturday, the
not
12th.
this weekend, but the next weekend. No, yeah,
It's
Saturday.
a week from Saturday.
Wait, I thought we
Sunday.
were doing no,
Sunday.
not Saturday. We can't do Saturday. We're
Sunday.
doing Sunday.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sunday.
So you got to come up, and we're going to have like a little party after.
Yeah,
the
you can come
workshop.
on up, check out the car. You know.
Oh, yeah, I'll definitely come on. I'll definitely come on by. I probably won't be coming in my iX because one, I don't have a garage to work on this thing, so it kind of just sits out and
no problem at all.
rusting. I'll just show up in
And
my.
another thing to keep in mind is that my 2002 is basically the same as like a 3 Series. So many of and there are other people looking to do both 320s and 3 Series. So that's an opportunity where people working on a similar model can really benefit from motor mounts and I think there's some economies of scale and economies of just process that we can develop.
Yeah. What about also? I think maybe Johnny can help us with this question. What about the that other motor that's kind of like the UQM? Is that a Coda? What is that? Is that as popular?
I think so. I've never messed with one of those.
What's that?
I've never messed with one of those.
Okay. So, because there's also there's the Nissan Leaf platform, but there's also the Coda platform, which I guess is like a dead company, but there's motors around for that.
There's the other thing we don't really talk about very often is Cascadia.
Oh yeah, there's some new solutions as well. But I think that as far as like getting it for a good price, I don't know if you can beat the Nissan Leaf for that package. I'm not even sure.
And I've seen the prices go down in the last, like, I would say 6 months.
Yeah,
I've been looking for a while, and it seems like, and who knows where things are at. Maybe there's just more supply, or who knows, less demand.
Yeah.
But and there's we have to follow the footsteps of people who've cracked the code in other ways.
Yeah, cool. All right. Well, yeah. So am I missing anything on tonight's topics? I think we covered pretty much the new introduction of all these people and the Nissan Leaf build. The only other thing I would mention is that maybe we could get some feedback, pick Johnny's brain a little bit on clutches. So the K-Truck has a little bit of a problem. And he said, "Oh yeah." What? That
is my bug, maybe.
Oh really? Okay. What problem are you having?
I think there's something to do with the throw-out bearing.
Oh,
I had to
really
pull the motor.
Okay, I had to pull it out, and that's why you're looking at Jack Mason is touring around right now with his camera.
Pin it.
Yeah, I'm gonna pin it right now. And okay, so basically what's going on is this. When you go to drive it, it is you want to close that door for just a second? Okay, because I'm hearing the voices and it's like, there are voices in my head, but not these voices. Okay, so when you drive it, you could start in fourth if you want to, but it slips. And I'm like, okay, is it that it's a worn out clutch? Is it that it is not fully, like the throwout bearing is not getting off of it? Is my flywheel too far back? Is it that this clutch, even if it was brand new and everything was set right, can it not handle the torque? So these are kind of like the factors.
Probably most likely the case. It can't.
Okay, the latter.
Yeah.
Okay. Because it started with the
Thunderstruck controller, right?
No, the controller is from
Mighty Dane.
Oh yeah, Dane can come in. Yeah. Oh Dane, what's up, man?
Come on in.
Yeah, we're on the podcast.
Wow.
Yeah. Speaking of TV and movies, I think David Hill said that, right?
Yep.
You got to be Dave.
Oh,
Pop your head in right here.
Wow, there's a lot of people
this-
here.
Yeah. This is okay. This
David
is Dane.
Hill's a master set
Oh yeah.
builder.
Nice. So Dane makes foam sculptures from, like, you give him a picture, like just text him a picture and be like, here's how much time I need. I need it yesterday. And he'll be like, all right, no problem.
Like
Okay,
big
10
one.
hours.
Big
Nice.
one.
Yeah. So yeah, and so David builds sets.
Oh, cool.
Hey, Dave?
Yeah.
Do you know a guy named Tim Davies?
Tim Davies?
Yes.
Sounds very familiar. I can't quite put a
he-
face on it.
He
All
works for, he worked on the same set for the Gilmore. He's a set builder. We're happy.
What was
happy
it?
Gilmore,
As a
yeah.
set builder? No kidding.
Yeah, he just wrapped production 2 or 3 weeks ago.
Yeah,
Talking about
right.
Happy
They
Gilmore.
just wrapped up. Tim
Johnny's
Davies.
got
I'm going to
actual-
ask my friends right now.
Stick.
All right. That'd be a cool connection.
Yeah, all right.
So he'll make like puppets, like 10-foot puppets, and they'll end up on the
Nice.
stage for Duran. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got some wild neighbors. And Johnny, dude, you got to see. Have you seen the 3D printer that's next door?
Oh yeah.
Oh
You
my
gotta
god.
Take podcast
Dude.
mobile.
Yeah.
Oh, seriously.
I'll take over.
Why don't you go over there with Narnia? Take him to Narnia.
Is he?
I don't
Is
even
he
know.
there?
Okay, we've got a Narnia door on the side here, and you can.
He likes
Nice.
to go in without asking him.
Yeah, you can do that.
No, ask him. I'm not going in there.
All right. But anyway, it's a full size, like, automotive robot arm that
You
can
go check it
reach
out?
like
Yeah.
15 feet high,
Yeah.
and it can print 3D print on a 4x8 sheet of plywood. So
Nice.
yeah,
Nice.
Johnny or David, if you need like large 3D printing,
Mhm.
this place called Dive has got you covered.
Nice.
So yeah, I should show you some photos. Actually, I do have a photo of my nephew sitting next to it. I'll pull it up. But anyway, back to the
It's
thing.
called Dive Design. Right?
Yeah, Dive Design. Yeah. So anyway, getting back to so I think it was too far back, so I pulled out. There was a spacer. I pulled the spacer out, and I'm hoping that we're putting it back in to see if the clutch holds a little better. If it doesn't, I'm going to get a new clutch. But do you think? What do I do to upgrade this clutch to something that will hold? Is there a small application that's high performance, or what do you suggest? Get rid of the clutch altogether, Johnny. What would you do?
Can you get any better? Can you get like a performance clutch for that thing or no? I doubt it, but
What like maybe from a motorcycle or something, because it's like the original engine 660 cc's.
yeah.
Is there a K car circuit? Like, do people race K car?
There probably is. Yeah, I'm not the only one upgrading these things. It's like popular now.
Wait, one of the guys from Inductive was like a K car expert.
Oh yeah,
Right.
yeah. I should talk
All
to
the
him.
lights are off. His car's there.
Ah, okay.
Oh, you could
Ah,
take
okay.
If you text him.
No, I have a photo. I'll use the photo.
Yeah, it's like
But
gonna be.
the
Okay.
clutch is one issue. Why don't you talk about the magic number stuff that we did last week?
Okay, this is the printer next door.
Nice.
Good.
Yeah.
God.
Now that's a 4x8 sheet of plywood, and that
What
kid
what
sitting
material?
there. I don't know
What
what
material?
material. Everything.
Polymers and
Everything.
Yeah, polypropylene they've been
Thing
using
is
a lot. I mean, any really
That
any,
thing looks like it
It's
could print a
metal,
whole car.
any plastic.
Yeah.
You can print a freaking car. Look at this thing.
But
That-
but
This kid, by the way, is like 5'7". Like,
Who is
dude,
that? This?
no, my nephew.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
Look at this thing. It's crazy. Yeah, I know, right? What do you think, Johnny?
That's pretty rad.
Yeah. It's the only. I think it's the only one on the East Coast. Is that right?
I need
Probably
one.
the biggest. There might be
Yeah.
some others.
Bro, just
Sweet.
follow theirs. Yeah, Tom, what do you think, man?
Hey, Jarvis.
It's amazing. Hey, listen, does the clutch slip,
Jarvis.
They have
does the
time
clutch
lapse.
slip in other gears? You mentioned that you're using fourth gear. What's
Okay,
it doing?
good question. Good question. It does slip, I think, in all the gears. And I think it's because I missed the magic number. I think I'm too far back. So there was a spacer. I'm taking the spacer. I took the spacer out. We're putting it back in. and I'm gonna see if it's improved. If it improves, but it still slips, that means I probably have a worn out clutch, and there was this other issue.
Can you monitor your amp draw while you're doing this?
Yes.
So if your amp draw is way different than your slipper, right? But if they're kind of together, then it's a mechanical issue.
Oh wait, explain this. I
So,
missed it.
so if you're going to stomp on the pedal, and you
Yeah.
put a lot of amps into it,
Right.
and it's slipping,
Yeah.
then I don't think it's not clearly about it. It's a correlation of how much slippage and how the amp draw changes. If they're staying together, it's a whole different problem than if they're drifting apart. I'll tell you whether it's mechanical or your curve is too sharp and you can.
Oh yeah, I see what you're saying. I can change the curve.
Change the curve. It's
Yeah,
easy.
that is it. It's a program thing. That's true. I can
Oh,
do that.
you're saying you could maybe adjust how the
I
motor
can adjust it, but
applies.
I will tell you,
Yeah.
I was babying it.
Yeah.
And it slipped. And that's my concern, is that I'm like, it should have held.
It's
I don't
part of the
know.
ramp curve.
Okay.
But in all the measuring we did last week, we pretty much determined that it was 036 out.
Yeah, I was. We measured it up, and I'm too far back. Like I think I'm still on the throwout berry. Yeah. So this is like somehow I missed what I was doing.
Back without the spacer.
No, yeah, without the spacer.
Still touching.
Yeah.
No, but the
No, I
spacer
don't
was
think
the
so.
was the distance.
Well, we'll find out.
Well, you were there. You measured.
So anyway, that's
All right, so what I'm hearing, you need to do direct drive. We need no gears.
oh yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Honestly, it does, I don't think it needs a 5-speed. This thing is like, dude, I got a 90, almost 90 kW. What used to be, I don't know how much. I mean, it was only 40 horse. It's 175 foot-pounds of torque now, and it was probably 50
Yeah, I
foot-pounds
mean
of torque.
that's just too much twist.
Yeah, it's a lot of twist. Yeah.
How much does that thing weigh? Like before you convert, what is the weight?
They say it weighs about 1,800, but dude, I don't know, man. I could push the thing in neutral with one finger.
Yeah.
On a
It's
flat
very
floor.
light.
I think it weighs like 1,000 pounds or something.
And now you have well, the gas tank wasn't very big.
Yeah, the gas tank's out, the spare tire's out,
Radiator's out.
the radiator's out.
Is the Hyper 9 roughly the same weight as
It's
yours?
probably less.
Then the
yours-
motor?
Yeah.
It's got to be a little bit less.
I guess
It's
I don't
not-
know.
it's
Could
not
you
a lot.
think it's cast iron? You think you could pick that up?
No. Well, you took it out.
Yeah, but using hydraulics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you nobody ever hoisted that.
I don't think so. That's heavy. Yeah. Anyway, crazy stuff. So, all right. Well, we could kind of wrap it up a little early, but I think this was a great round table of and introducing new people. Maybe, although on the topic of EVs, I think we should get an update from Ali. I know we're doing EV conversions, but I will tell you, in the Tesla space, I know it's cliche and it's in the news, but I got to tell you, in the tight Tesla, Hawkeyes of Ali, tell us what's going on with full self-driving, because I don't think people realize it's really getting advanced. Did you get 13 yet? Not version 13?
Yeah, I got version 13
Bro,
a few
that's
weeks ago,
huge.
and I drove it all. It drove me. Let me rephrase that. It drove me from San Diego to LA without me touching the wheel or the pedals or the.
Oh,
wow!
Literally backed out of my driveway. I put in the destination. It backed out of my driveway and pulled all the way into the. I went to the grand opening of the North Hollywood Tesla Center. It put me into that parking lot, and I didn't touch anything. And I recorded it, and I have it on my.
Oh my God! Oh,
This is on your hardware 4Y, correct?
I have it posted. Yeah, hardware 4, which is the latest hardware. Hardware 3 is supposed to get an update to version 12.6, and I'm hearing a lot of positive things about that. Saying it's smooth. It kind of feels like the version 13. So,
which version? What hardware does? Sorry to interrupt. What hardware does Tom Summers have? The same as mine? Is it V3?
Yeah.
Yes, it's 3. But I have 12.6, and I did an intervention-free drive from actually the Balboa Park area down to Chula Vista for a Christmas party. I had a date, one of my rare dates, and she started out with her hands over her eyes, screaming. But
We don't want to know where her hands ended up.
Well, yeah, okay. We don't need to go there. But you know what? She became, before my very eyes, she became convinced, reassured and convinced that this is the future. People are going to quit. People are going to just not bother with driver's licenses in just another generation.
Yeah. And just like Anil was saying, he was a skeptic of Tesla and EVs, and he took a drive, and sometimes that's all it takes is one drive. See, either performance-wise, like Anil was referencing, or like Tom's saying about self-driving, and you don't even have to drive at all. That's just going to alleviate time for people. That's just going to save a lot and
Hey, and speaking of which,
experience.
Sorry, go ahead.
Oh yeah.
Right. And he was driving that, and he saw my Tesla. I drive it. Sure. He drove the Tesla. And he's like, "Holy shit! I hate my car. I hate it. I do not want to drive it anymore." That's
yeah.
Sad
because he was missing out.
Yeah. Yep. It's a nice car, but he's like, your car's so old, but it's so much better than my new car.
Hey, weren't you asking about Bolt batteries though?
Yes.
Do people have opinions about Bolt batteries as an option for your MGB?
Thanks. Great question.
Maybe Johnny could jump in on that. I don't know. I've never used them. Is there any merit to the Bolt battery?
Are we talking Volt with a V?
No, Bolt with a B, right?
Oh, I know that a Volt with a V was used in Kyle's Jeep. He put a Model 3 motor in and a Volt battery, because that Volt is 400 volts as well. But I haven't heard much about Bolt batteries other than sometimes being used as batteries.
You'd have to take it apart.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Huh.
I take apart the MG battery.
Yeah.
The MG anyways.
What are you running? Oh, the Nissan Leaf motor for it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Wait, how many volts is that?
400.
Oh, okay. So you need that architecture anyway.
Well, above 360. Right?
Oh, okay. Interesting. Well, I would look at Jehu's website. You don't have your batteries yet?
No.
Dude, look at Jehu's website.
I will.
Yeah, Jag35. And you could also just email him or call him or whatever, and he'll probably be like, oh, yeah, I would use XYZ. You know, he knows what to do. Cool. And also, pretty cool. These guys, if you look, you saw their battery that they just got. Would that work? Could they get up to the 400 with that? Why not?
Johnny, can get to 400?
Yeah, Johnny. How many volts is each module there?
They're 44 volt. They're 12S, so I'm doing 8 modules in series to do 96S. So I'll be full pack 55 nominal.
So 96S. So how do you, let's see. So you go 96 times what?
8? No. 3.65 nominal. Between 365 and 7, and then
it's like 350 volts. And that's the middle. That's kind of like the middle, right? Yeah. But if you put in, I mean, you probably wouldn't, but you put in 4.15 maybe. Yeah, you're at 400 volts basically.
Right.
Yeah.
Huh.
So how many modules is that? So let's see.
8.
Oh, okay. So it's 8 times 12. Yeah, you just need 8 of them, and they were cheap. They were 8. So it's 8 times what? $150.
Yeah, it was $1,000.
But it's keen to remember that only gets you 16 kilowatt hours. So you got to remember your range as well. So we're getting the correct voltage. But then you got to look at
$1,000. You just double it, and now you got yourself like 32, and that's probably going to give you.
That would be in your wheelhouse, right?
Yeah, that'd be really interesting idea.
But then the other component of this is just volumetric, like how much space does that take?
You want to see?
Right?
I mean,
I got a pile of them stacked up.
Yeah. Oh yeah. We're going to check it out for you.
Wait, Johnny, what are you putting it in?
Look, you got to see
I've
this.
seen, yeah.
Don't mind the drone.
Oh, there you go.
This is live.
Oh yeah,
That's the whole bunch.
this
Yeah.
is a workshop. Wow.
So you
that's
think
16K.
Yeah.
Wow. That's awesome.
Well, this will fit for the smart car. This will all fit in the stock battery box, which is pretty nice.
Wow.
Oh, because they were like, wait, were they lead acid? No, what were they?
Oh, a smart car?
Oh, no, they're
No,
lithium.
smart car is like an early Tesla subcontract.
Yeah.
But what? But they had a kind of lithium ion battery.
Yeah, it's the same like the 18650s probably. Yeah, just
So
like
this is the same amount of space that would require, or a little bit more, or
That's about the same, maybe a little less.
and those cars had like less than 100 miles probably, something like that, right? I can't remember.
I'm gonna have about.
Is it in the floor?
Range. Is this
I
as a?
don't think they were in the floor because it was also a gas car, so it was probably in the back somewhere, right?
What's that?
Where the battery was.
The batteries? Where did
the floor?
The floor. Oh, really? No kidding. And even though it was a gas car, what did they do? Just raise the seats up or something?
I don't know.
Oh, it was only a two-seater.
Yeah.
Right.
But it was also a gas car, so it was like flat. A bottom had a flat floor, but maybe they just put some space.
But that
in there.
was just a range extender gas engine, right?
No. It was they sold it as a gas car and an electric car. It's actually kind of a unique car in that it was sold as both gas and electric officially.
And it was a car that
Officially,
converted, Tesla converted at one point to save their company.
Yeah, they were desperate to, use the tech, and so they made a proposal. They did it all on their dime and showed it to Mercedes, and Mercedes went for it. And that was kind of the story I heard. Yeah.
Well, speaking of Volt, since that end motor is really a range extender, isn't that the kind of thing that, like, if you could figure
No, not on the Bolt. On the Volt, the Volt is a hybrid, but the Bolt with a B is a fully electric car. I'm pretty sure.
It's a fully electric car. It also has a range
Oh.
extender. It's basically like a gas
No,
generator.
you're talking about the BMW i3, maybe.
Oh wait, yes,
Yeah,
I am. I am.
No, so the Volt with the V. Okay, so the Volt.
You got
the Volt with the V was the hybrid. Okay, that had the 16 kilowatt hour, 14 usable, which gave you about 50 miles of electric, and then you had a 400 mile ish gas tank. The Bolt with the B is a fully electric car made by LG, with a 60 to 66 kilowatt hour battery.
And the i3 is the one that has essentially a generator motor to recharge the battery, extend the range. Right?
I had.
Oh, yeah, he
Actually,
had one.
Yeah.
It's an i3.
Yeah, Johnny had an i3. Did you have the range extender one?
Yeah.
But they did make all electric or electric only i3, and then what they call the Rex, the range extending one. But that powertrain works differently than the Volt.
Yeah.
All right, well, this is cool. I think we're at the hour mark, and sometimes the after show is just as good. So I'm really good. I'm really happy that everybody joined in. I'm excited. The space has been modified. There's going to be like kind of like a hangout diner scene right here where you can get a coffee and you can talk about all your EV stuff. And then there's going to be a workshop out here, and you can take lessons on welding, and then maybe Jay can come down here and teach me how to TIG weld. I know how to do it, but I'm probably not as good as him. So pretty cool stuff. And keep your eyes peeled on Ali. Do we have a place we can watch your videos?
Yeah, I have my X account.
Oh, X account. Okay.
Yeah, I'm trying to pull it up. What it is? Oh, it's my.
Okay.
It's Ali Farhat, ALIFARHAT 6 _Ali
right.
ALI. That's my.
I try to pull it up. And and normally, you'd say like, oh, maybe that's far in the future. Oh no, this is like happening. This is like it's unbelievable, but it's gonna be full self-driving pretty soon. I use my my Tesla, and I use the autopilot.
Oh.
Yeah, it's great. It's really great. It's just it takes a little stress off. And I drive an hour each way, so it's like, oh man.
So you regularly autopilot for commuting?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. You gotta intervene because it's autopilot. It doesn't navigate, but the full self-driving does navigate. But you got to keep your eyes peeled. It is New Jersey, So I can't pull it up here because I'm not signed in. But next time around, let's get it ready to go.
And the other thing is, like, since you're having the new the next EV Conversion 101 on the 10th through the 12th, we're going to have this wrap party. So Anil, David, Jay, and anybody else that you guys know in our neck of the woods, hopefully you can come join us after the conversion.
Yeah, come around like
workshop.
4 p.m.
Yep, 4 or 5, something like
that.
that.
That would be really cool. And this is kind of the vehicle right here. There's still room in the class if you want to take it. And we're going to cover all the basics, but also we're going to actually assemble it. Here's some videos and whatnot of all the things that I've converted with other students in the past. But pretty cool. Yeah, it's going to be fun. And I'm going to learn as much from you guys as you'll learn from me. So pretty cool. And then we also have welding 101, and I got welding 201, and it's basically I start you out with stick welding, and then we go into MIG. I also have engines, ironically, small engines. How to build a small engine? Take it apart, put it back together.
Power mechanics, put it.
And power mechanics, yeah.
Yeah, and I want Jay to come in as like a guest TIG welder.
Oh, that would be cool. Yeah, sure.
I'm not sure if I'm good enough to teach it, but
that's all right. Pretty cool. All right, so okay, Ride and Tie lifts all boats, Mr. G's workshop, and the EV Hangout, and the EV
and ElectroMotiv, the
Guild.
EV Builder Guild.